Hello, adventurers of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning in to the 36th episode of our Feat series. Today we're going to be taking a look at mobile, the quick-footed feat. This particular gem is found in the Player's Handbook, so we should all have access to it. That being said, let's take a look at the description. Before I move too far along, it might be worth noting that there is no prerequisite for this one, meaning anyone of any race, class, or ability level can grab it with no problems. That being said, the feat description reads as follows. You are exceptionally speedy and agile. You gain the following benefits. Your speed increases by 10 feet. Very cool. When you use the dash action, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement on that turn. Also very cool. When you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke an opportunity attack from that creature for the rest of the turn, whether you hit or not. That is also amazing. Fantastic. With all of that kind of laid out like so, let's take a look at the walkthrough and kind of break this down a little bit. Firstly, plus 10 feet to movement. Pretty great. Honestly, fantastic. If you take the dash action, you don't gotta worry about difficult terrain. Also, really good stuff, honestly. Kind of campaign orientated. Sure, my current dungeon master loves throwing difficult terrain at us, so this would be super beneficial for my current campaign. And after a melee attack, you can't take opportunity attacks from that creature. Whether or not you hit, I think that's amazing, honestly. It's also very cool from a roleplay perspective as well. Can you imagine the speed and agility that you need to strike a character, and as he goes to strike back, you kind of flourish out of the way? I think it sounds amazing. Honestly, tons of great character scenes that could be built using this feat in particular. With that breakdown out of the way, let me take a quick look at my own thoughts on it. If you can't tell already, I think this is really solid. The extra 10 feet of movement adds so much to what your character can do in terms of actual combat usefulness and utility usefulness. The difficult terrain bit, super cool as well, depending on how lenient your DMs are with it. Like, there are some DMs that would claim a steep slope as difficult terrain, and if your DM's like that's the way mine is, by the way, but if your DM's like that, then this feat puts you in a particularly good spot to be able to still run from enemies, scout ahead, stuff like that. And that third part is so good. The ability to not need to worry about attacks of opportunity against you is fantastic. In terms of who does best, who does worst with this feat, I gotta say the best ones for it are probably the rogue. Reason being, they can take the dash action as a bonus action, so I think that's really cool as well. In terms of who else might kind of gain from it, anyone with the charger feat would probably be pretty incredible too. I talked about that in an earlier episode, but it also lets you attack as your bonus action when you dash as your main action. I think that's pretty cool, so you could essentially dash, move a little bit, attack, finish the rest of your movement, all in one turn without ever having to worry about an attack of opportunity. The thing about the way the charger feat is worded as well is you take a plus 5 bonus to your attack roll as well. Or your attack damage roll, sorry. Needless to say, there's nothing to stop you from just running past your enemy over and over and over again. With that in mind, you could actually really take advantage of the action surge as well from the fighters. And you could potentially use that to eclipse huge distances with very little being able to stop you, or even slow you down for that matter. You could literally dash through maybe not an army, I guess, but you could dash through quite a bit and be relatively unscathed, all things considered. In any case, guys, if you have any alternative uses for mobile or any cool character concepts or builds you can foresee, or even ones that you're playing right now, please let me know down in the comment section below. I love reading them. I know everyone else tuning in does as well, and I really appreciate all you guys and what you've done for this community. That being said, please have a great day, and as always, happy adventuring, everyone.